Hi guys, Barry from Coffee vs Glass here, and today I'm just going to be doing a quick video on some of the latest news and controversial things that you may have heard about in the tech and specifically gaming community. You may have heard that Microsoft has completely 180'd, they're calling it the Xbox 180 now, on the policies that they had when they first announced the console. And I'm talking about things like the constant internet connection required, 24-hour check-ins, things like that, and also the fact that you couldn't trade in and resell used games very easily. They've completely gone away from that now and gone back to essentially the same model we have now, where with disc-based games you can trade them and do whatever you want with them, you can give them to a friend, they can play them, and that's all hunky-dory. It does no longer require a check-in every 24 hours either. Now this is great because a lot of people complained about it, and I can kind of see where some people are coming from, but as you may know, if you watched one of my later videos, one of the earlier ones I've done, I was kind of okay with it because I don't trade in games, I don't really buy too many used games, and I have a pretty much constant internet connection. I've never had an issue with internet connection being out for more than a day, if ever, that I can remember. So with these policies being changed around now, there are some things which we are now not going to have, which actually sounded pretty cool before. So for example, with this online constant connection being required, it was going to allow you to do things such as play a disc-based game without having the disc in the tray. Crazy idea, right? But yeah, you would kind of expect to do that now based on the fact that these games, even for a disc-based game, you have to install it onto the hard drive. But because you don't have this constant connection now to Microsoft authenticating these purchases, you still have to have the disc in the tray. Sounds kind of archaic if you ask me. The other cool feature that we're going to miss now is the fact that you could previously, with this online connection and authentication process, you could trade or kind of give games to 10 friends on your list, which essentially is like virtual trading. And this is something that no one's ever done before, and it was going to be something that I was quite looking forward to, the fact that I could give someone a game for essentially free. Like for example, Michael from Coffee Glass, my brother, if I bought a game and I wanted to lend it to him or give it to him, I could do that. He wouldn't have to buy it, I wouldn't have to give him the disc, I could just allow him to use it and he could download it to his Xbox. That's pretty cool. Now that we've got all these features reversed, we're not going to be able to do any of these things. So in my opinion, I think this is a massive mistake. I was really looking forward to the new Xbox and all of its new features. Something as simple as playing a disc-based game without the disc being in the tray is something pretty cool, and trading games online that I've bought is pretty cool. But now we're not going to be able to do any of that, so thank you for all the people that complained and forced Microsoft to reverse their policies because you were all scared that it was going to be crap. But yeah, I guess you've kind of won. And one more thing. How long do you think it's going to be before you can complain about this specific issue and you're actually going to be forced to do it? Everything, if you watch my previous video, is going digital anyway, so it's a matter of time before these policies are just there, and that's how you do it. There's not going to be any option to complain and change the policy back to how we were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and when discs started to be introduced into consoles. You're going to have to deal with it sometime, and I think it was actually pretty good of Microsoft to be the first one to make that step into the future of digital purchasing and new models of trading online and stuff like that. And I think that the fact that so many people have had a problem with it is actually really bad because it's going to happen anyway, and I think Microsoft were just the first ones to do it, and people don't like it and are not ready for it because at the end of the day people don't like change. But you're going to have to do it sometime, so I think you should just kind of get used to it, and yeah, it's disappointing. I personally think that I hope that Microsoft is going to reverse some of these policies and slowly introduce them, or give me the choice, and I will definitely opt into those policies because I think they're more beneficial. And I'm probably going to be buying all my games digitally now anyway because I have the option. I don't want to go to a shop and buy a disc-based game. Anyway, that's my opinion. I'm not happy with it. You're probably going to disagree. If you agree, great. But yeah, Barry from Coffee vs Glass, and I'll catch you guys later.